News 25 is brought to you by Bees Embroidery and Garment Printing, specializing in custom and personalized decoration of gifts, garments, and more. Call 775-727-9444. News is also brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Call 727-9900 today for your free consultation. If you need a lawyer, you need Nelson.
Tonight, Governor Sisolak says it's time to restrict social contact. An alleged drunk driver hits a neighbor's fence and vehicles. News 25 starts now.
This is News 25 with Deanna O'Donnell. News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
The state industries are put on hold in order to save lives. It's Wednesday, March 18th. I'm Deanna O'Donnell. Well, Governor Steve Sisolak says that all non-essential businesses in the state must close their doors for the next 30 days or find some other way to serve their customers by either way of pickup, delivery, or online service. This order was announced last night during a press conference. He says will be the last in person in hopes of curbing the spread of the coronavirus here in the state, which he says is doubling every day.
Medical professionals have made it abundantly clear that there is no treatment. While a vaccine is being developed, we don't have time to waste. At this time, we must act aggressively and decisively to protect ourselves, our families, and our community. The following COVID-19 risk mitigation policies are proven to be effective at reducing death and illness and slowing down the rate of transition in prior pandemics. All Nevadans must ensure that 6 feet of social distancing per person for non-family members is maintained. Only essential services should remain open, such as fire, police, transit, and health care services, in addition to businesses that provide food, shelter, or social services for disadvantaged populations. Non-essential services such as beauty shops, barber shops, nail, tanning, waxing salons should close until further notice. Only essential businesses should remain open, such as pharmacies, grocery stores, drug and convenience stores, banks and financial institutions, hardware stores, and gas stations. To summarize, I'm telling non-essential businesses you have 2 choices. Find a way to service your customers through delivery, drive-through, curbside pickup, or front door service, or close your doors. These COVID-19 risk mitigation measures will be fully effective as of noon tomorrow.
And a driver involved in a single vehicle crash late Tuesday night is suspected of driving under the influence.
An SUV failed to stop at the T intersection of West Country Place Road and Klein Street. The vehicle ran through large reflectors marking the end of the roadway where West Country Place tees into Klein. It plowed through a section of metal fencing and crashed into a pickup truck sitting in the home's driveway. Initial reports indicate the driver then fled to his home, which is next door. The SUV sustained heavy front-end damage. The truck sustained moderate damage to the passenger side. Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue firefighters and medics responded to the scene. No injuries are reported. The Nye County Sheriff's Office is investigating, saying they suspect the driver may have been driving under the influence.
And police and medics are currently on scene at Highway 372, just west of Highway 160 for a vehicle accident. The road is closed at this time while the accident investigation is underway and any additional victims or patients are being taken care of. Well, the Fed is taking additional steps to prop up the economy, and the Trump administration is working on a stimulus package that includes cash for nearly every American. Angela Miles has more.
Here's Angela Miles with today's Business First Brief. Topping our news, the Federal Reserve is taking more steps to avoid a financial crisis. The Fed is setting up a lending facility to support short-term commercial debt markets. It's $10 billion worth of credit protection for small and large businesses. It's also similar to what the Fed used during the 2008 financial crisis. Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin is working with the Senate on a stimulus package. He wants it to include cash for Americans and $50 billion in government aid for the airline industry. Airline union workers point out the big carriers spent $39 billion during the past few years buying back company shares. The UAW is calling for a 2-week shutdown of the auto industry. Retail sales dropped 0.5% in February. That is the largest down move in more than a year. Gasoline stations took the hardest hit.
To find out where you can see us every day, go to businessfirstam.com.
And we'll have more news right after this break.
You're watching KPVM News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
And welcome back. Navy veterans who served in the Vietnam War may now be eligible for benefits that were previously only available to ground troops, namely health benefits that cover exposure to the powerful herbicide Agent Orange. That chemical was used throughout Vietnam during the war to destroy jungle vegetation used to cover enemy troops, and it's been linked to a number of health conditions. Willie Clark, Deputy Undersecretary with the Veterans Benefits Administration, details the Blue Water Navy Vietnam Veterans Act of 2019.
Our president signed into law last June, which made it effective 1 January of this year, that basically says this: for those veterans that were aboard vessel within a 12 nautical mile area off the shores of Vietnam, that presumptively we're going to say that you were exposed to Agent Orange. And as a result of that, if you are subsequently diagnosed with one of 14 diseases or disabilities, you may be entitled to compensation benefits and a host of other benefits. And that applies also to survivors if the veteran is now deceased. The call to action is to engage with us via our 1-800 number, 827-1000, or 800-749-8387, or come to us on the internet, benefits.va.gov. Let us know the ship that you were aboard, the vessel, and the dates that you were there. Even if you don't have that information, come to us, tell us what you think you were, and we'll go to and get your military service records, because we have partnered with the National Archives and Records Administration and the Department of Defense to obtain over 28 million images of records, deck logs, and the like, letting us know where all of these ships were located, at what times they were within that 12 nautical mile area. And if we place the veteran within that period, then benefits may be entitled. Well, it's Blue Water Navy because that's the term that we use for that area. If you were within that 12 nautical mile area, we call that blue water. And the reason that we're so passionate, I'm one of 57% of the folks that within our agency that are veterans themselves, and everyone else either has neighbors or family members that are veterans. We understand the gravity of this situation. We understand that those benefits are there, and we encourage veterans or their dependents, the survivors, to come in to us to let us know, and we'll do everything we can, obtain the medical records, get the appropriate documentation, assist them with that to hopefully provide benefits.
Well, Governor Sisolak ordered the healthcare marketplace to reopen, and we spoke today to Battle-Born financial advisor Brent Levitt to find out more.
We're here talking about the special enrollment period that Governor Sisolak announced last night regarding health insurance. Between now and April 15th, you can enroll in health insurance through Nevada Health Inc. if you have not had health insurance prior to the beginning of the year. You have to enroll through Nevada Health Inc. My office is available to answer calls over the phone to help you enroll. We are local, but we are making sure that we are only available via phone. We're not open for walk-in business. We might take a one-on-one appointment if absolutely necessary, but we're trying to make sure that we're also keeping up with what's going on with this quarantine. But we are available. Local number 775-419-6025. If you do not have health insurance, you can still get health insurance. It's not too late. If you have had a situation in your job where hours are cut and your income has decreased and you are getting insurance through Nevada Health Link already, we can report that change of income to them, and that can affect, we can increase your tax credits you receive to make your insurance possibly more affordable for you. If you've recently lost your job or cut hours and your insurance is ending, you have a special enrollment period to get insurance from that as well. So make sure that you contact my office, 775-419-6025 or Nevada Health Link, and make sure you can get the coverage you need to make sure that you're covered, especially in this time frame of uncertainty a little bit going with healthcare. We want to make sure you have the health insurance and the healthcare you need right now. We're available, we're here locally, and we'll help you. The dates are between now and April 15th. And you have to act before the end of this month in order to get coverage to start April 1st. There's a few steps you have to go through. There's some paperwork you need to fill out, and attestation you need to sign. And we need to make sure that gets filled out correctly and uploaded to them, so that way they can approve your qualifying life event.
And your business name is?
It's our business is Battleborn Financial Advisor. We're off of Commercial Drive. Our phone number is 775-419-6025.
Thanks so much, Brett. Well, the Nevada Department of Motor Vehicles has closed all of its field offices statewide and many of the centralized services in Carson City, including the call center. This means if you need to conduct DMV business, you'll need to do it online or one of the department's kiosks. Director Julie Butler says that while her department knows many customers are facing deadlines to obtain a driver's license, vehicle registration, or other time-sensitive documents, the health and safety of our communities must come first. She says the DMV will be releasing further guidance for customers as soon as possible. Well, if you're wondering about the testing for the coronavirus, we spoke to an area doctor today. We'll tell you about that right after this break.
This segment of the news is brought to you by Mountain West Lawyers, Nye County's injury attorneys. Don't get bullied by insurance companies. Call Jason Ernest and bully them back at 775-727-9500.
Well, more COVID-19 test kits are becoming available nationwide. In our area, more than a dozen people have been tested, and so far all have come back negative for the coronavirus. Renee Goodhart of Goodhart Medical Group spoke with News 25 about the availability of testing for the virus.
So originally, Quest gave us test kits, nasopharyngeal swabs for the COVID-19 or the coronavirus. They recently opened it up to several different mediums to be able to test. So we have more ways of testing. Quest is getting a lot of tests. They still are limited, but we have some available, and they're taking about 4 to 6 days to come back with results. Symptoms, usually a fever. They've got nasal congestion, sneezing, sore throat, cough, and general body aches and malaise. I'm encouraging all patients to call first. We can let you know if that's something that you should be doing and how to go about it. We've sent out several tests and they've all been negative, or we're still awaiting results.
And if you'd like to be tested for COVID-19, you can call Goodhart Medical Group at 775-513-5038. Testing is also available at other medical facilities, including Desert View Hospital. And for many of us, our plans to continue to change amid the COVID-19 pandemic are a bit hard. Some folks wonder if now is a good time to postpone or cancel their spring break travel. According to Cleveland Clinic's Dr. Nikita Desai, there are good reasons to avoid hopping onto an airplane during a viral pandemic.
Recirculation of air is a possibility for transmission, but what's more concerning is all of the places that people touch when they get on an airplane or go to an airport.
Dr. Desai says when we're traveling, we're encountering many people and many things. Based on some early studies, experts believe the COVID-19 virus can live outside of the body on surfaces for hours or even days. When it comes to contagious respiratory illnesses, she says it's best to keep a distance of about 6 feet from other people, which is how far a respiratory droplet can travel. Dr. Desai says it's important for people to keep in mind that anything that they touch could potentially be contaminated with a virus. And once you touch it, you can transmit the virus to anyone you come in contact with. She says limiting or canceling travel is one of the ways we can help stop the spread of COVID-19 in the community.
It's really important for people to keep in mind that traveling and exposing yourself to these infections is not just about your health, but the health of everyone that you're exposed to.
The CDC has dedicated a section on their website to inform travelers about advice and travel restrictions. It is recommended that anyone traveling within or outside of the country to check the latest CDC guidelines first.
All right, now we're going to take you to Darby, who has a wonderful cat with her named Delilah.
Today's Save a Pet is proudly sponsored by Jason Ernest with Mountain West Lawyers. Call 775-727-9500.
Hi, I'm Darby here at Desert Haven Animal Society, and today we are joined with Delilah. Delilah is a mainly all-black adult female. She is super loving. I went to go and actually look at some of her neighbors to be on TV, and she also demanded that she was on TV and kept yelling for me to come over and pet her. She is super sweet. On her card, she says that she's extremely affectionate, gets along well with other kitties. Definitely a cat that is looking for her forever home. If you would like to see her or any of her friends here in the cat room or any of the dogs here at Desert Haven Animal Society, they are asking you give them a call, 775-751-7020, so you can book an appointment with them so you can come and visit the animals for the next 30 days. They're only doing appointment based. Just so you know, Desert Haven also has free adoption fees for veterans and for seniors. So if you'd like to come and see them, they're on Ceres Lane behind the Nye County Courthouse. You can give them a call again at 775-751-7020, or you can look them up on their Facebook page at Desert Haven Animal Society. Bye, Dada.
And as Darby mentioned, Desert Haven Society is now requiring appointments for adoptions and dog license services. Jane Carboni spoke with News 25 about the new COVID-19 procedures.
We're going to be appointment only for licenses and for, you can come in, and also for adoption. If you call the shelter, we'll be open from 12 to 4 for the public to come in. It'll be on one by one. So we're only going to take one person at a time. So we hope that you guys, everyone understands that what is going on right now in the community, that we figured this is the best thing that we could think to do. So if you would like to come in, do your licenses or adoption, call the office at 775-751-7020, and we'll make an appointment for you. Thank you.
News 25 WeatherCam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
Well, let's take a look outside on that Lerner and Rowe WeatherCam and see what we have going on out there. A little bit of partly cloudy skies. We're going to find out what's in store right after this break.
News 25 weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada. The splash of cream in your coffee, the dollop of sour cream on your burrito, the melted toasty cheese on your pizza. Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real.
Okay, today in Las Vegas, a high of 58, low of 44. Death Valley, 69, 48. Amargosa, high of 58, low of 35. Beatty, 54, 33. Goldfields, high 46 and 26 tonight. Tonopah, 42, 24. Carson City, 41, 21 going down there. Fallon, 46 is your high, 23 is your low. And Fernley, 43, 24. Here in Pahrump, partly cloudy skies with a high of 58. The winds out of the west-southwest at 6 miles per hour with humidity at 29%. Sunrise 6:49 this morning. Tonight, mostly clear with your low of 37. Winds out of the southeast at 6 miles per hour with humidity high up at 49%. Sunset 6:54 tonight. And we're showing a chance of rain tomorrow, 40%. Winds 13 miles per hour showing up there, and a high of 52, a low of 38. We'll see how that pans out. Friday, partly cloudy with a high of 59 and 43. Saturday and Sunday, the clouds are rolling back in. Saturday, at 63 is your high, 43 is your low. Winds coming back there on Sunday at 11 miles per hour with your high of 68, your low 47. And there may be some rain coming back in early next week. 30% chance there on Monday with your 16 mile per hour winds, high of 62, a low of 45. And then Tuesday and Thursday, mostly sunny skies with your winds at 18 and 16 miles per hour respectively. Tuesday, we've got a high of 64, a low 41, and Wednesday, just a tick down at high 60 and a low of 40. Well, that's going to do it for our news. I'll see you tomorrow night. I'm Deanna O'Donnell.